Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at a much less common sort of threshold that I have the pleasure to review. This is a seriously heavy piece of weather stripping. This is Pemko's 252x226BT mill finish extruded bronze latching panic exit saddle threshold with thermo seal. All right, let's dissect part of that, all of it. First of all, this is about 8.5 pounds, just a 3-foot threshold, and that's because this is a piece of solid. No, it's not solid. I'll go over that in a moment. This is architectural bronze in a mill finish. Okay, that's what this is. There is an image below this video showing everything important dimensionally about it. I want to go over that in a moment. What you're dealing with on a threshold like this, where it's Pemko's nomenclature to have a number separated by an X and then another number, that means it's going to be an amalgamation of two individual pieces that have been braised. I'm not sure if it's braised is the proper term when you're welding a material like bronze. But underneath here, they've actually, for lack of the proper term, welded those two different pieces together. And that's how they accomplish this specialized profile of the 252x226. The B in the part number stands for bronze. That's the bottom line. That's what that stands for. The T means that it's a thermo seal. That is a proprietary Pemko brand name for the type of seal material. Okay, very good, very durable sort of seal material that's here. Okay, this is what they call a latching panic style. Here's what that means. While a 3-foot piece is not typical for this application, but it gets its name from the application where you would have a long threshold, like a 6-foot threshold, and then a pair of doors. Each door has, or one of them, has surface-mounted vertical rod exit devices. This profile to the back side of that threshold acts as the lower strike to catch the latch of the lower latch assembly on a surface vertical rod. That's how it gets that latching panic exit saddle, is how it gets that name. Dimensionally, that image below here shows everything important about it, and let's go over it now. In terms of it being a bump-up style, it's very common in terms of its dimensions. The 4-inch is a little bit small, but nonetheless, when you're dealing with something that costs a lot of money per foot, every inch counts. Very much a 4-inch wide. Then it's 7/8 overall height. Okay, and then a 1/2 inch over here where the door sits. So if you're dealing with something that's got a 5/8 or 3/4 inch undercut, this is perfect for it. Absolutely perfect. A piece of solid architectural bronze like this is going to wear very well in the weather outside. Okay, well, you know, you're going to see something like this on the exterior of a museum entryway is where you would see architectural bronze, or universities, law libraries on university, or any library for that matter. Any sort of situation where you've got, you know, a piece of threshold that is required to be solid architectural bronze. A mill finish, Pemko can do other finishes on this material. They can make it satin, make it polished, make it oil rubbed, etc. You can see that there are holes drilled and countersunk here. They did that certainly after the fact. These are solid brass screws. Those are included in a complementary finish. Pemko has a comprehensive line of solid architectural bronze saddles available, thresholds available. Not only that, but weather stripping as well, door sweeps as well, etc. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces and indicating in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back to. We've got the material in the site in several different lengths, and that's because it's very likely to need a special length. Plus, if you needed a 5-foot piece, or a piece that was 49-inch or 50-inch, the next size could very typically be a 6-foot piece. Well, we've got increments smaller than that to help the overall cost of the project, given the fact that this material is exceptionally expensive. And that's obviously because of what it's made of. But I've seen architectural bronze thresholds like this in existence on doors that were, turn of the century, the last century old. So this material lasts a lifetime plus. So again, if you have need for a custom length, let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and indicate in the comment field the length you want us to cut it back to. The reasoning is this: you may not want to cut this material. You might not want to have to cut it at all. You certainly don't want to cut it, let's say this 3-foot piece, and cut it down to 30-inch. You're going to get awfully close to that countersink, and then the next one's all the way here in the middle. You can't, my hand's underneath it, okay? So if you order a custom length, we'll not only locate those countersinks in the proper distance from the edge, but the proper center to center as well, so that it looks correct once you've got it installed. These are the only screws provided. Any other fasteners, surely you'll have to provide. Anchors or whatever, whatever anchors you're going to be using, you'd have to provide. Just a really nice piece of material. It's not often that a client, is willing to pay this kind of money for something like this, but there are applications when it's the only thing that you can use. One other thing, you can do a lot of, you see this profile here, you can do thermal break thresholds as well, and into this extrusion, this feature of the extrusion here, they would insert a very dense plastic sort of material. It's, think of the hardest, densest, even brittle sort of plastic that you could imagine, and insert it in there, and that becomes a thermal break, meaning that the temperature that the exterior of the unit encounters, extreme cold, let's say, the transmission of that extreme cold to the inside is retarded significantly by that separating material that could be installed in here. This obviously not, been put together that way, because these two parts have been, welded together, so to speak. But that's how you go about making this material. Pemko is a full-line manufacturer of all bronze material, like I said before, but not only the stuff that's really unusual or less common, but the regular material. Aluminum thresholds, weather stripping, perimeter gasketing, door sweeps. They have a full line of sliding door hardware for bypass, biparting, pocket, bifolding hardware, and a full line of aluminum continuous geared hinges. If you have any questions on the Pemko 252x226BT mill finish extruded latching panic exit saddle with Black Thermo Seal insert, or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.